Welcome back to the Karma of It All, and we are doing the question of the week. How and where did you meet your mate? Did you know that where and how you met your mate determines the future of your relationship? Oh, yes. Anyway, I asked and you answered. So let's see what answers you have, and we'll take care of my answer at the end. Here we go.
Was on multiple dating apps at the time. I was desperately searching for something special. I've not really been the one for the quick one night stands and all of that. And I was close to giving up, and then I got this message from this girl, and all of a sudden I noticed she was 100 miles away, and I was like, sort out your area, and we had a bit of a joke about it. We got talking. We thought nothing was ever going to happen. And then we realized that we liked each other from talking to each other. And so, on Boxing Day, she came and visited me. We went out for a few drinks, had a laugh. And within a few weeks, she moved in. And the following Boxing Day, I proposed to her whilst eating a curry and watching Die Hard. It was more romantic than it sounds.
So, I actually met my partner on Facebook dating. And trust me when I say I was very skeptical. I was so hesitant with, meeting someone on social media. It was a needle in a haystack. And trust and believe when I say that I literally deleted that app about 4 times. And something just told me to try again. And lo and behold, after several attempts or several just messages from, I don't even want to go there, but I met my partner on Facebook dating. And when I say that was the best thing that happened to me, the greatest thing that happened to me, because he's actually my honey love. And I, appreciate him and I love him and I respect him so much. So I'm glad that I found him. But trust me, it was a needle in a haystack. So good luck to you all in your love journey. Stay blessed.
My wife and I met at church. We were both part of a youth group. This youth group was about 50 to 60 youth that were part of it. And there was one event, with a group that big, sometimes you don't get to see or meet or recognize everyone. And so there was an event that took place where it allowed for everyone to mingle and get to know their different talents and abilities and see each other in different lights. It was through that my wife and I actually kind of realized or recognized each other. Actually, it was through a game of Uno. So, and nevertheless, she's smart, intelligent, beautiful, and we were 1 year as friends, 1 year as boyfriend and girlfriend, 1 year engaged. We've been together for 16 years, married for 13 years. We have 3 daughters, and I am immensely happy.
How and where did you meet your mate? I mean, can't tell if this means mate as in like, good day, mate. So like my friend or like mate as in partner. If it's mate as in partner, I have not. But with my friend, my best friend, God, that's tough. There's two of them that I really, really love. Um, but I met both of them at school, and one of them, it was a very long time before we became friends. The other, I met him playing basketball at the local rec center, and then I ended up going to school, and we slowly became really close over the years. The other, we decided to hang out this summer, and ever since, me and her have been best friends.
How and where did you meet your mate? My mate is my amazing husband, my angel without wings, my soulmate. He and I were working at the same company, and that's where we met. The first time I met him, the first ever I saw him was at a training. And we were only 3 people in that training. And he was so goofy and so funny. And we were all laughing rather than learning. So that's where he got my attention. And it only went amazingly from there.
I met my husband back in autumn of 2007. We just started a job as a note taker in the university. I was studying my masters and he was studying his PhD. Completely different departments. I was music and he was maths. When he introduced himself, we chatted during the event, but I actually forgot him straight after. I forgot his name, I forgot about him completely. It was only 2 weeks later, when I had to pretend that I'd remembered who he was, that we actually sort of got acquainted properly and hit it off from there. It was a weird circumstance, but it was also a proper love story, because as note takers, it was unusual to actually mix with each other because it was a very isolated job.
I met my wife when I was 17 at my brother's church. I was visiting. We had just moved and I was pretty upset about it. And so I went to spend part of the summer with my brother and his wife in Washington State where they lived. And my future wife was my niece's nanny part of the time and one of the girls from their church youth group. And I met her at their church. And then while I was there in the course of that summer, we went on a summer youth retreat out to the ocean where I got to spend more time with her. And we became friends. And over the next several years, we went from friends to romantic interest to eventually being married now for almost 22 years. That's how and where I met my wife.
Ms. Complexity asked me, how and where did I meet my mate? Well, right now I'm not dating anybody, so I don't have a mate. Well, I'm not married either, so no mate. But my last girlfriend I dated, we met she had a question about a horse, and I've been with horses my whole life. And I had known her 20 years prior to that, but she asked me a question on Facebook about a horse to buy. And I said, hey, that's cool. You want to buy a horse? So I gave her my advice. And then we just talked and talked. And then before you know it, we were dating. And then before you know it, we weren't. So that's my answer.
Thanks for this question. I don't currently have a mate, so the answer is to be determined.
What's up, Miss Complexity here in the building, and we are answering questions. We have one from Anonymous. How and where did you meet your mate? Oh, that's my question. It came back around. Okay. Well, if I had a mate, I would be able to answer this question, but I don't have a mate. I really don't. Yeah, I met my baby daddies. I met one in the club, and I met one